Along with the development of technology and the Industrial Revolution 4.0, the need for the integration of technology in the learning process of learners. Technology-based learning should be done to make the students more interested in the learning process provided by educators. One is the gamification of learning. Gamification of education is one of the ways being developed to improve the motivation and engagement of learners by incorporating elements of game design in the learning process. We live in the 4.0 era. The internet has made learning easier than ever before. Physics, on the other hand, is still seen as a difficult and obsessive subject for students due to the current teaching technique. The curriculum is heavy on theory. The way teachers communicate in class with short periods of time, approximately 1 or 2 hours per week, and the facilities are not up to date enough to satisfy student needs. Following the trend, gamification of education and business has increasingly gained popularity, particularly in industrialized countries.
The brow can improve the brain in business and, more importantly, be able to study and find yourself, allowing you to explore the potential of long-term in-depth companionship with physics in the future. Motivation. This brow was created to motivate students to reach their goals by understanding the spectrum of wanted to enhance success in order to get into a smart university, which is a stepping stone for personal development in future jobs, especially for those of you who are interested in physics research.
We want to target high school students as the main consumers, or at least one of the following devices: smartphone, tablet, or laptop, and are willing to pay for physics class. Due to the gamification entities covered here, we ensure that these entities are included to make the journey more interesting and engaging to the users. Combining with a user matrix, it will help you design on and prioritize tasks by urgency and importance. We have 5 outstanding features. We'll have you go through the course. And here we have our screen and our conceptual. Through the first concept is map. When you click map, a list of maps related to the textbook curriculum as well as alternative theories will emerge for you to select from. Now we move to map 2. There are 5 castles on this map, each relating to one of 5 minor issues. Here you see 3 door interface, similar to when you open any castle. Here we will clarify what to do when entering each door, also known as game mechanics. All castle theory and experiment doors at 80% based on theory and animation, and the user must finish 80% of each door by rolling all of the slides in the lesson. The system will track the amount of time it takes the user to read each slide and the number of clicks it takes to switch slides to determine whether the user has earned 80% of the points. The remaining 20% of the points in this theory and experiment door will be customized based on the lesson, such as a short 5-sentence test or an experiment that requires the user to repeat themselves. The revision window is only accessible after the user has completed the theory and experiment windows. The revision will always be in a multiple choice format, and it will resemble the following model. With a user's pass rate of at least 80% in numerous castles, the user will commit to maintaining a high rank. At this point, the system will display a message inviting users to visit the discussion area and assist their friends in improving their collaboration skills or raising their ratings. The user who have 80 to under 80% of revision is transferred to the discussion space where he or she can choose or add questions to the community or the theme area. After getting the answers, the user returns to the task and just needs to complete the incorrect sentences. If the user pass rate is less than 80%, the user will be transported to the discussion area to ask questions. But after obtaining the point, user must go back and start over the entire lesson. Scoring 2 was not too strong, but many other gamification applications where the scoring mechanism is the XP system. The number of crowns obtained by the user is used to calculate experience points on the PC, and there will be no reduction in the number of crowns. Here in the castle mechanical ways and their propagation, examine the interface of theory, experiments, and revisions. We have talked a lot about discussion space. It is divided into 2 sections: general discussion. All users can interact and ask questions, and PC themes, where only your team may communicate, talk, video conference, set a calendar, and so on in order to make conquering the castle and building your own castle easier. In addition to personal information and notification, the personal section includes My Study Space, which stores the user completed session and allow them to review or retake them into improve their score.
In conclusion, higher levels of motivation are observed for students taking gamification of education, bringing learning to life on paper with 3D lab models integrated in theory, experiment, and revision portals will make students find interest in physics again or even fall in love with it. Physics Cloud is probably one of the best programs worth putting to use in education today, with capability that integrate play, conduct castle, study, concord, castle gate, and teamwork, discussion space, and participation in special season. Students who do not consider themselves gamers do not see the need for more gamification until they experience it.
Không cho biết nếu không có nhất định.